So today we'll start with the interview preparation, and this preparation, will be useful in all your interviews. So maybe if you are trying to get interviewed now, or after 6 months, or after 1 year, so everywhere it will be helpful to you. So this interview preparation, you have to remember everything what I will ask you or what I will tell you. So you have to remember everything in your mind. And we will go through the concepts of JavaScript, not in this order. Order can be random. I'm just telling you what things we need to prepare for the interview. Concepts of JavaScript, and these concepts are object-oriented programming. Then we'll go with the React.js. In React.js, we will go to Redux also, and a few more things which I will tell you when we reach at that point. Then we'll go to Node.js. Then we'll also go to algorithms. We will also go to all the data structures which we have done it in the past and which we will do in the future. And next is we'll also touch the CSS part. In CSS, we'll also touch the SAS and less kind of thing. And we will also touch the HTML thing in the, and it will be the parse server, which is not very important for the interview, but I will ask questions on that if, we'll go to that point. So this is all about what we will prepare, or maybe I'll ask on MongoDB. No parse server, MongoDB and MySQL. Parse server is only for your reference, for your study purpose or for your project purpose, but for the interview, if you're doing Node, it can be connected to MongoDB and MySQL. So we will go through this one. So these are the topics which we will cover in the interview. And something I will tell you and something you need to do it yourself. Prepare it yourself. So let's start with today. Let's start with something. I'll tell you what to start. Let's see, Google Drive. So I will be creating one Excel sheet maybe, where I will put the scores, because every day whenever we do interview, I will give you marks, and that marks I will save it here in Google Excel sheet. And you can also interview, you can also watch, you can read interview preparation. Okay. So let's put date here. And here I will put the names of the students, how much they take on this date. Okay, so maybe I can put topic, and then here I will put the students and whatever they take. So today is 2022-06-27 here. Okay, so I'll put date here, and I will put each topic and how much you are taking the marks. So I will be asking questions. First I will explain you something, and then I will ask questions on that, and based on your response you will get the marks. So marks is 1 or 0. If you do correctly, you will get 1 mark. If you do wrong, you will get 0 mark. And then we'll go through all the topics which we did today. You will get the marks. Every day we will calculate the marks separately. So that today, if you don't know, maybe tomorrow you become good, so you should get good marks for tomorrow. Every day we will calculate the marks. I will make this shareable so that you can view it. So let's make it anyone with a link. Copy link. Okay, let me paste the link here in the chat. So let me know if you can view this Excel sheet. Okay. So you won't be able to edit it, but you can at least view it. And the topics which I will explain, you will not get marks for that one. Okay, that's only for learning purpose. And the questions which I will ask you, you will get marks based on that. So let's start with our first thing or the first concept in interview. So let me create a new folder, interview preparation. In that folder, I will give the new folder again, day 001. Today is 2022/06/27. Okay, I will create based on the today's date. Okay, so here we will do the first problems. I'll give you the problem as 1.js. So what we are trying to do today. So there are different types of problems, algorithm problems, which they ask in the interview. So we should know different types of patterns of the problems which we get. So there are different types of pattern, like divide and conquer is one way. We are not going detail of divide and conquer today. Another one is frequency counter. So these are the different types of problems which you face in the interview. So today we will start with the topic called as recursion. So we will do a lot of problems on the recursion, and I will show you a couple of problems how to do recursion, and then I will ask you some more problems on that one. So we are doing recursion today, and there are a lot of problems based on the recursion. So recursion is the problem type. So what is exactly recursion means? So I will give you one example, simple example, then I will ask you complicated problems based on that one. So what is the recursion? Recursion is, I will create one function. I will name that function, maybe I will say countdown. It's, you can name it anything based on your logic. Right now, I'm just putting countdown. So countdown is a function, and if I call this countdown function again inside this function, so there is a loop. I call the countdown function, and inside the countdown, I call again the countdown function. So then it will call this function again, and then it will go down. Then it will call the countdown function again, and then it will go down. So this process is called the recursion, where we create a function and we call that function again inside that function. So that is called recursion. So before going to do it in the recursion way, let's try to do it in the normal way without recursion. So countdown means I will pass some number, and I want to display display this number till 0. So for example, if I pass countdown of 5, it should display 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and if it is 0, it should not show 0. It should go till 5 to 1. So countdown means I will pass the number and it should display that number and from that number it should go down, 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 down till 1. So how will I do in the normal way? I will go here and I will say for let I equal to number I greater than 0 and I minus minus. So I should be greater than 0, and I will start with the number and I will print that I till I goes till 1. So I'll do console.log and I will display I. So this is how I do countdown in the normal way. So let's do it here in the normal way. One second, okay? 1 second, hold on. Okay, so let's run this program here and see. So we are not doing recursive now in this function. We are just going from number till 1 and displaying all the numbers like this. So this is the normal way which we do, but the task here is we need to use the recursion. Okay, so if nobody tells which way I have to do, I can do any way. I can go with this normal way or I can do with the recursion. But now, whatever problem I'll give you, since we are in the recursion chapter, so you have to do it in the recursive way. So how to do in the recursive way? Recursive way means we have to call this function again and again. So why we are calling this function again and again? Because you will see that we have the number and we are using the for loop. For loop means we are getting this number and we are repeating using this for loop. So that means we are doing multiple times the steps using the for loop. But instead of for loop, is there any way I can call this function again and display the results in the same way as I do for loop? So now the thing is that we need to use the recursion, but we don't have to use the for loop. For loop is used when we don't want to use recursion. But since now we have to do with the recursion, so for loop will not work because for loop is not used in the recursion. Okay, so I'll delete the for loop here. So how to do in the recursion way? So I have to first print the number 5 and num is going as number 5. So let's try to console this number. Console the num. So whatever number is there. Now if I print this, what will happen? What it will print? It will print 5. Okay, so let's do it here. Now what will happen? It will print only 5. But we have to print 4, 3, 2, and 1. Since we have to print 4, 3, 2, 1 also. So what I will do the countdown number again, but here I will pass one number less than whatever number is coming. So previously number was coming 5, so I will just pass num minus minus. Okay, so let me pass num minus minus. So what will happen? So count, or I can create this as a, I can create another variable also, const num2 equal to num minus minus, and I will pass this num2 here. So what I'm doing now, I'm passing 5 here, printing 5 here, and reducing this number to 1 digit. So if it was 5, so num2 is now 4. So I'm passing 4 here in the countdown. So what will happen? Again the console.log will run and it will display 4. and again that num will be reduced to minus minus. And then again I will pass the num2 here, and num2 will be 3, then 2, then 1, and it will go on going in the downward fashion, and it will go till 1, and it will also go to 0 and minus 1, so we have to take care of that condition also. How about we just do num minus minus and pass num here. So I get the number 5, I reduce the number to 4, and I call the same function again. So the idea of recursion is we need to call the same function again. So what is the idea? First idea is we need to call the same function again inside the main function. So this is the first thing which you need to do it. If we don't call the same function, that means it is not recursion, and we are not doing things in the recursion way. But there is one more thing we need to remember. We need the base case. If base case is not there, then it will go infinite times to minus minus. So if I pass 5, it will reduce one number, it will go 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0, minus 1, minus 2, it will go till infinite number. So that is not the right way. We need to stop somewhere. So that stopping point is called the base case. So base case is where we will stop the function. So these two conditions should be made when we do recursion. So what will be the base case here? Base case here is if the number is 0 or below 0, then we don't have to run this countdown again. So when we are getting this number, I will check if number is less than or equal to 0, then I don't have to go down here to call this countdown function again. So here I will say console.log all done, and I will return it. So as soon as number will reach the 0, I will display all done and I will return it. I will not go here to call that function again. So remember, whenever we are doing recursion, we should remember that function should be there, and that same function is called again inside the main function, and there should be some base case where you will end the logic. If you don't put base case, that is this case, then the loop will go infinite time and it will hang up your computer or browser, whatever it is. So if these two conditions are met, then that means recursion is done and it's working fine. But if you don't put any base case, then it is wrong. And if you don't call the same function again, then also it is wrong. So we should call the same function again with a different parameter. Here I'm getting 5, but here I have to pass 4 or another number which is according to my logic, but it should be a different number. If I pass same number again without calling, if I don't do this step, then every time it will display 5 and it will run infinite time. So whenever we are passing this function, it should have a different number which we have to pass. So these two conditions we have to fulfill. Now let's run this program and see how it goes. So now I'm getting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm saying all done, because once the number reaches 0, I will not go again call this countdown again. So this is the simple way of the recursion which I created so that you should understand how the recursion works. So in interview, you will never get this problem of countdown. But to understand the functionality of the recursion, I created this simple function. So just write down this example, and then we'll see 1 or 2 more simple example, and then I will give you task to do. So you have 2 minutes to finish this one. Okay, so I hope you have completed this problem. If you have not done it, then you can go through the video and try to write it yourself. Okay, let's go to another problem, which is also very simple problem, and I will do that. Okay, so this second problem also I will do it. So similarly, what we did in the first time, we did the countdown, and here what we will do the function called as sum of the range. So sum range. So if I pass a number 3, so it should do 3 plus 2 plus 1 till 1, and 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, so it should return 6. So I will call this sum range with the 3, and I will go through 3 to 1, and then I will add all the numbers and return it. So how will I do it in the normal way without recursion? So what I will do in the normal way, I will create one variable called as sum, which is initially 0. Then I will go to for loop. I will say let I equal to num I is greater than 0, I minus minus. Then I will do sum is equal to sum plus I, then I will return the sum. So this is the normal way of doing the sum. That is, I take the number and from the number I go down till 1, that is greater than 0, and I add all the numbers and I return the sum. So let's see how it gives the result. But that is not the solution I'm looking for. I'm looking for the recursive solution for it. So here I'm getting 6. I'm starting from the number to 1, and I'm adding all the sum, and I'm returning the sum. So this is the normal way of doing it, but we need to do the recursive way. So the recursive way will be, here I'm passing 3 number. So I will take this 3 number, and then I will call this sum again with 2 number. Then I will add that 2 number to some place, and then I will call the sum range again with the 1 number. So I will do till it goes to 1. Okay, so that's what I will be doing it. So what I will do here, I will say return number, whatever number I have sent, that is 3. Then I will call the plus. After putting plus, I will call this function again, sum of range. But here I have to call with the 2. So I will pass num minus 1. So initially I am passing 3, and then again I am calling this sum range with the num minus 1, that is 2. Then again it is going 2 here. So it is taking 2, and again it will call the sum range with the number 1, and it will give me 1 plus 2 plus 3. So answer will be 6. But we have covered only the one condition, that we have called the same function again inside here. But we have to also put the base case where our program will end. So base case will be like this. If number is equal to 1, I don't want to go further down. I don't want to call this return again. I will just say return 1. So if number is 1, I will not go below it. I will not try to add it again, but I will return 1. So what happened? Initially 3 goes, and then we call this sum range with the number 2. So 3 plus 2 goes here. So when again the sum range will call, so 2 is added here, and we call the sum range again with the 1. And when 1 is passed, I am returning 1. So 1 is added to previous sum, that is 2, and then previous sum is added to previous sum, that is 3, and we will get the result of 6. So this is how we are trying to do it. We are calling the sum range again and again based on our requirement. So if I try to do it now, so I'm getting 6 here because initially we pass 3 and we call the sum range with the 2. So 3 plus this will become 2, and then again 2 we pass here and we will pass 1 here again. So it will be 3 plus 2 plus 1. That's why we are returning getting the 6 here. So this is the sum range. Just write down this one. This is a simple problem. We are calling the sum range again using the recursive. So it is satisfying both the condition. We have the base case and we are calling the same function again from inside this function. So you have 2 minutes to finish this. Okay, so now time to do it yourself. Okay, so now it's time. I will give you the task and then you have to do this task yourself, and based on your solution, you will get the points. So you have to paste your answer in the chat, okay? And just send it to privately to me so that no other person can see it. So there are two tasks, but first I will tell you, both are similar one. First I'll tell you what you have to do. So here you have to build the recursive function for the factorial. But before doing the recursive, you have to do the normal way. So what is factorial means? Factorial means if I pass the number 4 for the function, it should go with the 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So like this, it should multiply from 4 till 1 and give me the answer of that one. Okay, so if I pass number 3, so it will take 3 into 2 into 1. So like this, it should give me the total of all the multiplication from 3 till 1. So you have to do first this function in the normal way, right? In the for loop way. It's called iterative way. So this is the iterative way. Here you will not use the recursive. Okay, so this is the one problem you have to do, and you have to give me answer for that, and then you have to do the same thing in the recursive way. So, but I don't expect now recursive. First, give me the iterative one. First, give me the solution of iterative one, and then you have to do same problem using the recursive. Okay, so if I pass factorial 1 of 3 or 4, it should give me 4 into 3, that is 12, 12 into 2, 24, and 24 into 1 is 24. So I should get the 24 answer. Same thing I should get it for the recursive. So first do the iterative way. You have 5 minutes to do it in iterative way. And after you are done with the iterative way, I want to see your iterative way, then do the recursive way. Okay, so you have 5 minutes to finish the iterative way. And if you cannot finish in 5 minutes with the iterative way, then you will get 0 marks in the test, which I created here. Okay, and if you don't answer it, then also you will get 0. And if you answer it wrongly, then also you will get 0. If you answer it correctly, then you will get 1 point. Okay, so your time starts now. So I'm waiting for the answers. I will put the name here of everyone who is present today. Ashok Kumar, J, Kate, Ole, and what is Shweta. So if you do wrong, it's okay. If you get 0 points, it's okay, but you have to try. Don't try to copy from the internet because this is the time where you have to think and nobody is watching you except me. So even if you do wrong, you will get 0 mark here, but not in the real interview. So this is something you should not worry. Okay, so I have asked for factorial iterative way. Iterative means you should have the for loop. If there is no for loop, that means this iterative way is not there. And then second problem which I told you to do factorial in the recursive way. Okay, so first I want the answer of iterative way and then recursive way. So let's see who has answered it. So I'm just checking Ole. You will get 0 or 1 point. Okay, so though you have tried, but it is not the right solution. Next. So I will run your solution and I want the solution to work. So your solution should be inside the function as I have given this function. If you are giving only the inside material, then it will not work. You have to give me exactly and I will run it in the console and see if it is working or not. Because your solution may not be similar to my solution, but if it is right and giving the answer and it is covering the logic, then you will get the point. So if I get something and it doesn't work, then it's not the right solution. It should work. I should get whatever I needed. Yeah, so you need to, I will allow one time, but you need to give me this function plus the call of the function like this. Okay, if you give only function, I will run it and nothing will output. So it's not working. So you need to give both the lines. Okay, this is the first one. So if you are not given both the lines, then also it's fine. But next time, make sure you should give me as it is. So those who are giving solution, I'm just putting the one. So even if you have not done both the lines, your solution should be right. So I'm giving to you 0. Those who are giving the solution. It should be as it is. I don't want it to, I should modify it. I will not modify it. You have to give me the exact solution. And I told you the problem. I want the result of whatever the 4 is. If 4 is, I want the 24. If 3 is there, then I want 6. So you have to run it in the console. Okay, so if you're not running in the console, you're just pasting it here without running in the console. If you would have run it in the console, then you would have seen it is right or wrong. Okay, Shweta is not giving me anything. I'm waiting for her solution. Okay, let me run all the solutions whoever gave me, and you will see why it's not working. So I think you are not doing in the console. First you have to do in the console, then you have to paste it here. So if I'm passing this and 3, let's see what we're getting. Okay, so you are getting 3 here. how about I pass 4? So if I say 4 into 3, it's 12. 12 into 2, it's 24. I'm getting answer 12. So this is not the right solution. And I don't see any for loop. Whenever you are doing iterative way, you need to put the for loop. So this is the Ole solution. So he has to improve this solution. Okay, next is J. Let's see J. So though he has not created the function, he'll just put the n. Okay, so let me put the n myself, n equal to. So next time I will not do this. I will just put whatever you have put it. So let me put n as 4. So if I'm putting n4, I'm getting the answer of 6, which is wrong. We should get 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So answer should be 24. If I'm not getting 24, that means the answer is wrong. So this was the J solution. Let's see the Kate one. So Kate one is, so let's call it. Next time you should put it yourself. I will only put whatever you have there. So if I'm putting 4, I'm getting syntax error. So why? Okay, function is wrong. Let me correct it. Okay, so let's correct it. Sorry, again. Okay, so if I'm putting 4, I'm getting 12, whereas I should get 24. So this is also wrong. Let's see Sonu Singh. So I'm getting multiple console.log, whereas the question is I need the final answer, and here I'm not getting the final answer. Final answer is coming as 4, which is not right. The final answer should be 24, not the 4. Okay, I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so let me show you the recursive. Let me show you the iterative solution, and then we'll go to the recursive one. So iterative is something we know we need to use the for loop, and we have to multiply all the numbers. So we need some variable which will capture each time whatever we have. So it will capture the things. So I will create one variable called as total. Initially the value of total will be 1. Then I will use the for loop where I will start with the num, and I will go I till greater than 0, and I will do I minus minus. And as soon as I go each number, so initially it is 4, so I will multiply 4 by 1. Then second time it will be 1 minus, that is 3. So I will multiply 3 into previous total. Previous total is 4. And then I will multiply 2 into previous total. And then I multiply 1 into previous total. So I will write down total is equal to total into I. So first time it will be 1 into 4, and 4 will be saved in the total. Then second time it will be 4 into 3, and 4 into 3, 12 will be saved here. Then third time it will be 12 into 2, it will be 24, and 24 into 1, it will be 24. So we have to return total here. This is how we will go to the iterative function. We take one common variable, then we go through each number one down, and we will save the previous one in the total one. Since it is multiplication, we cannot take 0 here. We have to take 1 and we have to go down. So let's run this one and see if we are getting 24. So it is 24. If I pass 5, it will be 120. So this is the final solution for the iterative one. Now, same thing what we did here, you have to think how you will do recursive way. So when you do recursive way, you have to remember two things in mind. One is same function should be called from inside the function. This should be called from inside the function. And there should be some base case where you will end the function. Base case where you will end the function. Okay, so now 5 minutes I will give you to write down the factorial recursive. It's good if you try yourself rather than searching on the internet. Because if you search on the internet, then you will not learn the things kind of thing. First, if you try and then it goes wrong, and then if you search on internet or you see my solution, then you will remember this thing forever. So first try to do it yourself, and if it doesn't work, then you see my solution. That way you will learn the things. Otherwise, you will, if you copy from the Google, then you will forget it in 2-3 days. But if you try yourself, and if it goes wrong, and then you see my solution, then you will learn it permanently in your mind. So you have 5 minutes. So if you miss, if you're getting late or if you have missed something, then you can on that day, you can see it on the video. Okay, whatever I have in the video. Because my timings, when I start, I don't know when it will end. I end till I get tired. So maybe you can watch after we are done in the video recording. Okay, time up. If you have solution, just give me fast. And this problem is similar to what we did here in the sum one. In the sum one, we did the addition, and in the similar way here we have to do the multiplication. So it is similar to the sum one. I need solution, more solution. Only two people have given me the solution. Okay, so others will get 0 point. So don't get disheartened if you get 0 today. Maybe you can try tomorrow. Okay, so to get the points. So Ashok has not given me. Let's run the solution of J. Let me run the solution of J. I will run as it is, whatever you have given it, and if it works, then you will get the point. Okay, so let's do here. Okay, so let's run it. So I'm getting 24. Let's try to change the number to 3. I'm getting correct. So it's saying n, if n equal to 0 or 1, return 1, and then it will return n into factorial again it is called. So this is a base case, and this is the function again called with one less value, and it is multiplying with the one less. So this looks good. So you will get 1 point for your solution. Kate, I haven't received anything from you. So right now you will get 0. If you have solution, give me till I finish all solution here. And then Ole, let's run the Ole solution. So let me run the Ole one. So it is 6. Let me try to run with a different number. That is 4. Yeah, so I'm getting the solution. So the first thing I'll check, factorial is called from inside. That means it is recursive. And initially we put num, and here we are passing one less. And once we reach the 1, we are returning 1. So that is also good. So LA get full point. Okay, so Shweta has not given any solution yet. So 0. Sonu Singh has not given anything. He has left the ground for now. Try 0. Okay, so today's points, total points for today is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. So those who have taken the 0, they should repeat this problem again and again and try to make it 1 in your own world. We will come back to this problem again after many days, not few days, many days, and you will get again chance to do the correct way and take the 1 point again. So though we have done first time, but we will repeat this problem after many days. Okay. So today's point is this one. You can check this link. I will put this link I put it already in the React Telegram group. Okay. So now I will show you my solution. What I have. So we will put the base case in the end, but before that base case, I will say return whatever number I have passed, and I will call this factorial recursive again with number -1. Okay, so initially I pass 4, then I call with 3, then I call with 2, then I will call with 1. So we want to put the base case that once we reach the 1, we will return 1. So I will say if num is equal to 1, I don't want to go again to the factorial, I will return 1. Okay, so that's how we will do this one. Let's run it and see. So this is similar to what Ole did. Okay, so this is my solution. Okay, so that's all about today. So tomorrow also we have to come at 9 o'clock. We will do a lot of recursive problems. There are many more recursive problems coming here, and also I will in between ask you React questions or JavaScript interview questions, and if you don't know, I will give you the answer also, and then you have to repeat that answer to me. That's how we will be doing. So we are not doing only this one problems. I will be doing data structures also, some problems on the algorithms, some React questions, some CSS questions. I will ask many questions every day. So make sure that it is you should attend every day so that you get points here. If you only watch video, then you will not get points and you will not learn in the proper way, because when you watch video, you will just answer the solution. But here you are trying it. You will get much better exposure. Okay, that's all for today. Any questions?